Hey loves, I am back with another tutorial, and this time it's going to be a sew-in for hair loss. This was a much requested video, so I want to make certain that I get one out just for you out there who think that there is nothing that we can do for your hair. There is something for everyone. My client here has a little bit of alopecia going on. She does grow hair around her hairline and around the back. It's just in the top mainly, and she has more than enough hair for me to do what I need to do. So don't be concerned about that. I've done clients who've had hair even less than her, and we're still able to make it happen. So there is hope out there. Don't be the hopeless. Check your salons in your area, and if you're in my area, hey, look me up. I'll be more than happy to set you up and get you a look that's custom right just for you. So if you want to see how I came up with this look, please keep watching. Okay, so here's a better view from every angle of her hair. And her hair was actually much longer than this. She just went ahead and cut it down. It was kind of no need to preserve the hair since she decided she wanted to do a short look. So as you know, let's get started. So right now what I'm doing is sectioning the part of her hair that's going to be exposed. I did leave some of her hair out in this sew-in. So I guess it's not a complete sew-in because her lower and her sides were left out. And now what I'm doing right now is just spacing the hair because we're going to go ahead and prep her for a relaxer or a partial in this case. So this is so that the hair will lay smooth and blend with the weave that I'm going to install. Now I'm not going to relax anything on top. We don't want to cause any more stress or any breakage or any damage to what's up top. So the up top will just be shampooed and conditioned, and I'm simply relaxing just the lower half that's going to be exposed. So now here's her hair freshly relaxed. I'm going to go in and put a little bit of foam on her and mold her sides and the lower part down. And then I'm just going to wrap this upper top just so that it kind of lays smooth and out of the way and it doesn't prevent the outside perimeter hair from drying. Once I do that, I'm going to put a wrap cap on her and put her under the dryer for about 15 minutes or so, and then I'll pull her out. Okay, so this is her molded and dried. So I'm just gonna comb that out. And as you see, even though I didn't relax the hair that was on top, it did get fairly straight. So that was the reason I'm also saying that there's really kind of no need to actually put any chemicals up there. And besides, that's gonna be the hair that's braided down. So this is what it looks like when it was completely combed out. Okay, so I'm using a little bit of braiding here, and I'm just gonna braid her hair around in a circle, kind of like the beehive. And I'm not concerned about what hair isn't there. I'm only concerned about the hair that actually is. And I just keep braiding. If I come across an area where it's bare, I just continue to braid until I catch on to some hair. Now this is some African Pride. I like to use this on her scalp. I like it because it's kind of herbal, and it stimulates just a little bit, but also it's going to protect her hair while it's up under the cap. Then in addition to that, I'm going to also use this African Pride hair dress, and this is to actually coat the actual braids. So one, to protect the scalp, and then also to protect the braids. This keeps the hair moisturized. Now you don't have to do both of these steps. I just prefer to do it. I'm using, I guess, old school, what they call the 27 pieces. The reason I chose to use this here as opposed to regular track was because it has a natural bend or natural curl to it, and it makes it a lot more easy when it comes to managing. So I've done this style on her before. She never really has to curl it, and in fact I think she puts a few rollers in from time to time, but for the most part she just kind of runs her fingers through it and go. So I like that it is very easy to maintain, and also the wefts are very thin, so you don't have to worry about it being bulky. But the convenience of doing this as opposed to buying a wig is that it's always on your head, so you don't have to really be concerned with, you know, putting it on and making sure that it fits right or that you have it right or trying to cut it and customize it. Often I get clients that come in and they want me to customize their wig for them, and I do, but the minute they take it off and put it back on, sometimes it just doesn't fall exactly the same. So having it sew in definitely does prevent that. And it gives a safe haven for a lot of my clients. They just like to feel that the hair is attached. Not everybody is comfortable with taking it off and on. So this is definitely convenient for her. Okay, so as I'm closing up the top, I'm just going to continue this circle. This hair does come with a closure on top, but the closure lays really, really flat. So I usually don't like to use it because you can't get much volume or much height when you use it. So I literally just continuously go in a circle until there is nothing left. So this is the finished look once it's all in. So now I'm going to go in with my razor, and right near the hairline where her hair is to blend with the weave, I'm going to use my razor. This just prevents it from being very blunt, and then you won't be able to see where her hair starts and the weave ends. So this gives it a lot more natural flow, and it helps it to hug the head a lot better. So now here on the sides, remember I did leave her sides out. However, I am still going to make certain that the hair comes down enough to kind of blend in with the hair. I don't want it to be cut quite above it as the back. It's just to give more added fullness, and it blends a lot better than if you go a little too high up and then create that line of demarcation. So for the sides, I'm going to come down just a little bit lower than I did in the back. Okay, now with my shears, I'm going to go in and just layer and blend the rest out. So I'm going to start with that lower layer and just make sure that the weave that I installed is not much longer than her hair, and that it's all blending very well. And I'm not really taking a whole lot of length off, more so just adding some texture and some shape, if you can see there. Now as I get over the ear, I'm going to take it a little bit close, but I am still going to leave enough length so that it still falls over her natural hair that is laying on the sides. Now I'm working my way up to the top, and I'm making certain that the top now blends with the lower half. Usually if this was just her natural hair, I would start from the top and work my way down, but because I already know that I have a line or a guideline I should say, that I'm going by, I just started from the bottom to work my way up. That way I don't go in on the top and cut off too much and not be able to blend it in the middle. Now on the top, I'm just taking off just those little push hooks, and that's usually just based on how the weft is made. It usually has these little straggly ends. So on the top, I want to make certain that I keep the length and the volume there, but just cutting off just those little ends that kind of tend to flip up and go every which way. So now I'm done cutting, and I'm just adding heat to the lower neckline of her hair, and this is just really her hair itself that I'm curling, and that's just so that it can blend in with the weave. I did not do any curling on this top. I think I might have put a few bumps in the front, but overall I didn't do any curling. I just let the natural curl pattern take place, and that's what I like about this hair. Once you cut it, it still has shape to it, so it definitely saves you a lot of time, and it's not a whole lot of effort. And this is the end, loves. So a complete sew-in, natural looking, not much maintenance at all. She can just run her fingers through it. She can shampoo, come back in. She can curl it. She can also put rollers in it. And if she wants to wear it really, really flat, she could do that as well. Very cute pixie style. So loves, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more videos like this to come, please comment and also subscribe.